Drifter, great to see you laying there, hopefully doing great.
Thank you. It is still the bed rig. I still have to lay here. I know it looks silly, but
this is a Tim and Eric sketch every time.
I swear I'm getting better.
So your goal was to flex that you are sometimes temporarily ambulatory?
Well, yes, no. So we rented an RV, which was basically a bed on wheels for me so that I could move around. It has improved to the point where I can be on my feet 2 hours if I'm having a good time. Still need that ability to lay down. Sitting does not restore rest. It has to be laying. So actually, I'm a little bit late to the show today because I just got done buying a brand new car that is also basically a bed on wheels.
What is
this more? Working really hard to get out. I'll go ahead and pull up a picture of it for you. I got the VW ID Buzz, which is a Volkswagen electric minibus that has enough space in the back to lay down just shy of a queen. I can fit a twin XL and then some other stuff in the back. We put the picture over there. It looks silly. I can see the cringe on Kyle's face. I know that it's not ideal for a lot of people, an electric vehicle like this.
Dude, I know you're not, but the funniest thing on earth would be if you were faking all of this. Funniest obviously you're not. No one would do this to themselves, but that would be hilarious.
I kind of like the.
You're like Kaiser Sose one day. You just start walking. You're good.
I kind of like the vehicle. I had this idea that maybe one of those modified like van life like setups where someone has taken like a short school bus and turned it, like they make those look so nice. They take a short school bus and turn it into like a luxury RV. But no, this is sick, dude. How much was this?
This one here was a little bit under $70K, significantly less because I traded in my Tesla for it. I'm going to send Zach 2 pictures of the interior so you can see how ridiculously big the bed is. It's probably just easier to do it that way. Or I could actually, we'll just let Zach pop those up. Again, I'll admit that it's a bit of an odd duck. It doesn't have the best fuel efficiency for what that is for electric, but it is a literal like 8 or 10 seater bus on wheels that I can you can't even see it here, but I've got 2 more feet of room in front of me for the mattress, and I'm 6'2", laying down flat in these pictures. So for me, this is the best thing in the world. For me, this means less house.
This is way cooler than a Tesla. I don't think Teslas look that cool. I think that looks aesthetically nicer. And also, like, how many years did you just have a Tesla sitting there? Because you can't drive comfortably. So, like, was it just it just wasn't even being used?
It didn't get a lot of use. My wife used it mostly. But the Tesla was 9 years old. I think it's a 2016 model that we ordered in late 2015 when it was still like, that's when Tesla was like a prototype car. We were like
early adopter.
Some of the first people in Dallas to have it, even though it wasn't the fanciest model. It was wild to like pull up to a restaurant and they would ask you to park in the front because they wanted the nice cars in the front. And I'm like, okay, if you think so. And then it kind of very rapidly became a normal vehicle, especially with the advent of the Model 3. It got a lot less special. But we ran it for about 10 years, and it's been a very, very long way. And we decided to trade it in while it was still worth something and upgrade.
Smart. What color did you get of the VW? Was it the red one we saw earlier?
I am not going to tell you because there aren't a whole lot of these on the road, especially not here in Texas, and I don't need any attention from any more people.
I'm gonna be looking in the back of everyone I ever see from now on to see if you're asleep in there.
Drift0r.
I'm emotionally as to whether or not that van like helps you get action or protects your virginity. Like I could make an argument either way.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not being jokey. I like that van. I think that looks kind of cool. Like,
well, thank you.
It's like a futuristic it reminds me of Scooby-Doo and the gang, but modern day.
I don't think that's an ugly car. It's cool, but like
I like it. I also have notoriously bad taste in cars.
You can literally fuck in it full doggy style. Like you could literally probably have a 3 or 4 way in this fucking thing. It's so big.
The smell, though.
Man, I got a house. You do 100 way if you wanted to. I don't need to be.
Well, you asked me. But some girls are into nature. You can go camping. You can go to some event. You meet a girl someplace and you say, hey, you don't have to go back to my place. Just hop in the back of my Buzz. And they're going to say, what? And you pull up in this little electric van and roll out a mattress with scented candles on the side. You're in business.
And then they just have to wait the 40 seconds while the little electric recliner thing brings you to the ground off the side of the bed. Yeah, dude, that rules. I like that. That's cooler than a Tesla. Take it to the bank. I don't know much about cars, but if I were given the option of like, you can have a Tesla sedan or you could have what you're wheeling in, 10 times out of 10, I'm taking the van. It's more practical.
You're a wild man. I like a new Tesla versus that one. Look, again, I'm not trying to shit on
That's new too.
It's clearly perfect for everything you need. But for like you, Taylor, you would rather have that than a Tesla S Plaid, which is essentially a rocket ship.
Whatever the equivalent in cost Tesla sedan is to that,
that's a good point.
I'm taking the van because I assume it's a 4-wheel drive van, and so it's going to be solid in the. Of course, it is. It's a practical guy drifter, and also I have room. I could load so much stuff up. It has all the space of a truck. Really, it's just practical.
You got top racks. You can all the seats and stuff not just fold down. They all come out, and they have like hooks on the bottom if you want to fix other furniture and stuff like that. Handling it's a bus. Surprisingly snappy and easy to drive for a bus. We were able to punch it a few times in Dallas traffic today to avoid some shenanigans.
Yeah. Dude, I would love that. I'd dress like Fred and wear an ascot.
We got a question?
The range?
This is the weak spot. 240 miles, which is not really great for a modern EV, but it is literally a bus. So
yeah, that's not that bad. It's rare that I do 240 miles in one bit. And then I need to like recharge quickly and go again. That's although I don't know if you're traveling the country. It depends. It's going to have to be like played around, but still, that's pretty cool. I like it. I would want a bigger TV in there if I were you. I'd want like a big boy that comes down that is almost as big as possible.
Comes down. You mean mounted on the ceiling, of course.
It would fold down. It'd be able to do both. Like that, but able to do both. Maybe
very illegal.
We were thinking about getting a little like iPad mount to just like mount like a little iPad to it would be because the ceiling on that is lower. So we don't really need a very big screen.
So I was thinking about having it in the front, like just behind the driver in the passenger seat so that you sort of sit up in bed and like look forward at it. But I guess it makes sense that you're looking straight up at the ceiling like you are now.
Yeah. I don't bend.
Every time I look at you,
I don't bend.
Like, are you exhausted? Are your legs tired? Is your back hurt? What is the
back? Sciatica and increasing back pain up to the point where it gets just very ridiculous. And it's one of those things where if you ignore it, it becomes more permanent. Like if I ignore it, it'll be that way for weeks or months. So I really need to lay down for like a quick reset. And that's just where I'm at right now, but things are getting better, believe it or not.
Have you ever done an inversion table? Those things where you like hook your feet in and it goes whoop and it stretches you out. Is that not good?
It's not good because the bones are broke. Like it's fine if you have a slip disc or something, but if your bones are broken and you're upside down, it's all just sliding around loosey-goosey and you don't want that.
Are you telling me your spine is broken?
Yeah, I've said that like many times over the 6 or 7 years.
Spinal.
It's a spinal issue.
I remember it being a T issue with a Clomid solution.
Yeah, it's turned into a whole. I think I'm finally on the other side of all those shenanigans. It was a tick-borne illness, not Lyme, but something very similar to it. And the back got weaker because everything else got screwed up, and I hurt myself and couldn't recover. And shenanigans for ages and ages and ages. But I think we finally beaten most of it. Oh, and I had a surgery. I had a big, nasty fat mass removed from my back. Do you guys want to see a picture of it?
Yes.
Okay, give me just a moment to dig this up because
I imagine you being like, give me just a moment, Cheryl, like screaming for your wife, whatever it is, to come in and handle the.
She brings in a beaker.
She brings in a beaker. Yeah. Well, I'm glad the T thing is handled.
Yep. Testosterone is very normal. I treat it only with clomiphene, which I know not everybody likes and has issues sometimes and blah, 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 blah. But over a couple of years, we've tested my T levels and estradiol and prolactin and LH and all that stuff a bunch of times. And for quite a long time, it's all been perfectly normal. Nothing anomalously.
Nice. You waking up hard?
Say that again?
Are you waking up hard?
What does that mean?
Like with a boner? Because that's a sign that like your T's back on track.
I mean, okay. Yes. I'm gonna send this goober to Zach real quick.
Are you sending dick pics?
We don't need to see your art on, dude.
Yeah.
We'll take your word.
So you got, man, everything's coming up, Drifter. Sick new Volkswagen Bug. No more big fat mess. Hard dicks in the morning.
Occasionally ambulatory.
Ambulatory, I would say semi-regularly.
Oh yeah, things are getting better. And I was going to say, I'm scrolling through all these pictures insanely fast. Physical therapy is mostly over. Now we're back to like proper weightlifting and exercise. It's totally baby stuff, like, bench pressing the bar and just really simple kind of low weight exercises, but it's not go to the physical therapy clinic. It's you're fine. You exercise on your own. And that's a nice improvement. Frees up my day a lot. So
yeah, that's way better.
In many ways, things are coming up, Drifter.
Good. Because you were going, you had a rough go of it there for a while.
Yep. And the goober is in Zach's hands, so he can show you what they removed from me. And I'll see if I can find a size reference around here. Oh, that's not a bad one.
The goober is in Zach's hands. See if we can find.
Zach has my goober in his hands.
All right.
Size reference, very slightly smaller than this mouse and sitting really close to my spine. Removing it. Instant pain relief. I was in the hospital. They didn't give me anesthetic or anything because the surgery is so quick. So you wake up feeling the full pain of it. And they're like, how are you feeling? Do you need pain meds? We have this and that. And it's like a bunch of different opiates. Even with the thing still bleeding, removing that pressure was an improvement in pain. And I told her, no pain meds needed. I'm already like 70% better. This was a great idea. So
that's great. So that's like the worst place for you.
So for those who are audio only, he just showed a picture of a really gross, like abnormally shaped chunk of fat that's all bloody and gooey. It's like yellowish, dark fat. That was like probably on some nerves or something, applying pressure.
Yeah, so on the sciatic nerve, and So removing that was instantly better. I still got the broken bones and I still got problems, but it went from, this is the stupid problem in my life. I can't lay on my side. Causes a lot of pain, right? Or I have short periods of time I can do that. I went from having a 1 minute time limit on side laying to 20 minutes in 2 days after that surgery. Just instantly, no more mess there. So
I only sleep on my side.
That's what I used to do. Sleeping on your back sucks.
It does. Your mouth is pointed at the fan. Your nose gets dry. It sucks. I don't like it.
You can't hide from the light if there's a window. You can't just roll over and ignore it.
Yeah.
I breathe compressed, heated, filtered air. I don't just breathe whatever passes by like you peasants.
All of what
it's humidified as well.
Every breath you take in the middle of the night costs money.
Like in one of those dystopian movies, like everybody else has gas masks and they're out there like trudging around. Woody's sitting up in his penthouse, crisp, clean air, plants everywhere.